Hello Year 8s, this is your boom snap clap extension. Last 2 weeks we looked at different ways of looking at rhythm in a circular motion and using non-traditional ways. We've also looked at trying to use non-traditional ways to translate into traditional ways using boom snap clap. That was the last lesson. Today we're just going to take it further. And continuing with a new way of learning rhythm using the rhythm wheel like we did last time and boom snap clap. We're going to use both in this case. So now, just a reminder, we did this last class. Boom snap clap, ba-boom snap clap snap, boom snap clap, ba-boom snap shh. I think I did this and that reversed, but you get the idea. So, when then your last task was to come up with your own combination of boom, snap, or clap, or shh, etc., and ba-boom, and submit a video of that. Today, we're going to do an activity. We're going to actually translate these patterns into a program called Groove Pizza. So, I'm just going to show you what that program looks like right here. So you've got certain ways of doing this. So again, this is back to the circular rhythm. So if I go here and select plane, you can see that it's just a blank canvas. There's some already pre-written ones, so we're just gonna see how this works. As you can see, there are dots put on different rows. Okay, this one particularly has only a bottom and top. So this is one groove. Here's another one. So what you'll notice that all of these rhythms are going in a circular motion. You can input this and it translates into here. So let me just show you real quick. Now, here's another groove. Again, dots are placed differently and translated over here. Now, there's certain things you can do. What if I turn this over a bit? You can see that I can control the wheel and it actually translates this over. Now, if I do this as well, it changes another layer. And I change this again, another layer gets manipulated. Now here's another version. That's your typical drum pattern from the song Billie Jean by Michael Jackson. And then there's a song Chameleon, you may or may not know. And a beat 3 and then a 4 and a 5 are layered in on top of each other. And last one, We Will Rock You. Oh, there's 2 more. Sure, that sounds familiar to you. And then last one. Anyway, then there's different things you can do with it. So let me just go back to Bembe, and then you can there's a few columns here where you can alter and modify. You can see, obviously, this changes the volume. BPM means beats per minute. In other words, it changes the tempo or speed. So you can hear the faster or slower I go, it actually changes the style of it all together, even though we haven't changed anything here. Now, swing is interesting. At the moment it's 0, and swing means the second half of every beat is a little bit later each time. So let me show you how this goes by itself. Oh, sorry, without it. But listen to what happens when I add a swing to it. Okay, so you can hear that, the difference there. And then slices actually, alters the how many slices you have here. So it has 12 slices. Now if I wanted more, again, it would add more slices, but you can see that there's some beats missing because this was already pre-written with just these dots. So if we add more, that means we have to add more dots, okay? But for now, let's just hear what that looks like. So you can add things or delete things as you go as well. So let's go back to the plain one where it's completely empty. I'm going to select 8 and I'm going to select a tempo. So what we're going to do is in a moment, I'm going to select tempo in a moment. Let's go back to this boom, snap, clap. So I'll go back here. So boom, snap, clap, ba-boom, snap, clap, snap. Let's just do that much. We can translate that to the groove pizza. So let's go back to that. Let me just get it. Now, actually, I'm going to go 16. All right. So let's pretend bottom is going to be boom, and then middle is going to be snap, and then top is going to be clap. So I'm going to turn this to boom, and then I'm going to skip number 2 because they are crotchets. 1 and 2, these are technically quaver beats or half beats. One of these is worth half a beat. And when we go back here, this is worth a whole beat. Remember, half plus half equals whole, which is a whole beat. That means we have to skip that. So, and then the next one was boom, snap, and then clap. And then boom, snap, clap, and then there was ba-boom, ba-boom, rest, and then snap, clap, snap. Okay? Now you can see that every time I put a boom, I skip it. I skip one of these, or a snap, I put it in the middle and skip, and then a clap, I skip. But then when I put a ba-boom, ba-boom, I put one next to the other. Now, if you look here, there is actually a rest here after the ba-boom. That means there should be silence here. This is the start of the silence, and this is the second half of that silence. And then it was snap, skip, clap, skip, snap. So listen to how that sounds. Boom, snap, clap, ba-boom, snap, clap, snap. Boom, snap, clap, ba-boom, snap, clap, snap. You can hear that. Let me just slow it down a tad. Boom, snap, clap, ba-boom, snap, clap, snap. Okay, you can hear that it sounds similar to a boom, snap, clap, but it's using specific instruments, okay? Now, what if I wanted to add the boom, snap, clap, ba-boom, snap, shh at the end here? As you can see, the second half of that. I can go on and add an extra slice or an extra pizza, I guess we can call it. See what I've done here? It's actually copied. I've clicked that and it's highlighted and it's actually copied that. So I just need to make a few changes. Boom, and now I'm clicked on this. That means I'm doing the second half of that pattern. Boom, snap, clap, ba-boom, rest, snap. And we can say two things. We can use, that's up to you. You can do shush or shh as another clap, or keep it silent. And notice that also the shh is actually worth 2 beats. That means we have to keep 4 of these blank after we skipped 1 from this. All right. Now I hope that didn't confuse you. Let's go back to the start. Actually, back here. So here we go. Boom, snap, clap, ba-boom, snap, clap, snap, boom, snap, clap, ba-boom, snap, shh, boom, snap. And you can see that it repeats back. Now you can do a few things. You can make it a little faster. Boom, snap, clap, ba-boom, snap, shush, boom, snap, clap, ba-boom, snap, clap, snap, boom, snap, clap, sa, boom, snap, shh. All right, so remember, all the start of a boom or a snap or a clap or a ba-boom or a shh for that matter starts on an odd number. That's another way to look at it. The second half of a ba-boom, so the ba is on a odd number. The boom from the ba-boom is actually on an even number. That's the only time you put it on an even number. The other way, and the shh is starts technically on an odd number, but is silent for 4 of these. Okay, so you have to make silent an odd, even, another odd, and even to do a shh. So, hope that makes sense. If it doesn't, please ask for help. Now, let me just see if there's any other functions. Yep, you can change the sound if you want. So we chose Afro-Latin for this pattern, but you can change it to hip-hop, which changes the sound of the drum, but keeps the pattern the same. In fact, it only does it for one, so you can actually go between them, but I'm not going to do that. I'm actually going to do this one now. I'm going to turn this one to rock as well as this, and we'll hear how that sounds. Now you might experiment a bit. You might want to make it faster. So that's just a translation of our boom, snap, clap, ba-boom, snap, clap. Snap, boom, snap, clap, ba-boom, snap, shh. We're translating it into the wheel that we first were introduced to. That's all you have to do. Now, your task for homework is... Let me come back to that. So, in the meantime, guys, do experiment with this. Muck around with it. Get to know this program before you do the task that I'm about to give you for homework. The homework is... let me skip ahead. Attempt to transcribe the following rhythms. Start each track at 60 beats per minute and change it to see how the feel changes. Manipulate the wheel and notice how this changes the feel too. So, at the moment, all you need to do is you can do all three. You need to do all three, starting with boom, snap, clap, snap, boom, snap, ba, boom. Okay, then snap, ba, boom, clap, rest, snap, snap, boom, clap. Then clap, clap, ba, boom, snap, rest, ba, boom, snap, ba, boom. Okay, so think how that's going to fit in the Groove Pizza program. Okay, remember, a couple of things you need to remember. Boom, snap, clap, and, well, all of them start on an even number. The boom from the ba-boom lands on an odd number. Then a rest lands on an odd number, and remember to leave space after an even number. So hopefully this all makes sense. Okay, I do need you to do this and submit this because you will be doing this as a cat in the next week after this. Okay, please make sure you make yourself familiar with this. So, let me just show you where you are going to submit this. Okay, so it's called Groove Pizza Transcription. You need to make sure you take a photo of the task you wrote in your exercise as instructed in this very video. If you can, submit a video of you playing your Groove Pizza transcription. So there's two ways you can submit this, okay? Take a photo of the task of having you put in the 3 patterns that you have to do. Just take a screenshot of this. Or if you have the technology and you have the ability and the know-how, take a video of yourself doing this, all right? There's a free program called OBS, which is good for that. Okay, now take a photo of the task. So make sure you know what you're doing because the next week will be your cat, which involves using Groove Pizza. So if you don't know how to use it, you best ask for help. Make sure you ask for help. Let me just double check if there's anything else I need to let you know. Yeah, make sure the start of a boom, snap, clap, or bar boom starts on an even number, odd number, and then even number is the boom from a bar boom. If you have a rest, you have to pretend that you've written it on an odd number and skip the even. And when you do a sh, you have to pretend that you've started it on an odd number and skip another even, an odd, and an even again. Okay? Mess around with this. Make sure it's at 60 beats per minute. And then you can fluctuate it whenever you want. Okay? If you have any questions, please contact your teacher. Otherwise, submit by the due date. Please note the due date. All right, guys. Good luck.